took you out, right? Okay, you the man.
Oh, most on Christ. That's Ocean of Shaka Pond right there. Right above me.
No sign, sure. Then we like to Officer Rakaza.
We're live.
Can't we love? We are live.
Just check this and Salakia to the brothers and sisters. We had a little technical difficulties. Right now, we're gonna go in on Tuesday Brotherhood class. Give me a second. Salakia. Please be patient with me. Show brotherhood, show sisterhood towards me. Wow. Just looking for one thing. On Okay. Over here. All right. The water. Shalom, Israel. Clap. Let's clap it up for the Lord. Let's clap it up for the Lord is teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians about brotherhood. This is the brotherhood class. This is Tuesday. I'm priest and officer. I'm priest and officer of 50 Paratiza out of Yonkers, New York. And this is the Isupk. Start off from 1 West 125th Street under Commando Junior Yohana. And since 1969, Isupk been in the streets showing our people that they are the chosen people of this Bible. The Blacks, the Latinos, and the Native Indians are the chosen people of this Bible. And we need to come back to this Bible. We've been following behind these so-called Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indian leaders. And what are they leading? They leading, the sheep to the slaughter. That's what they lead. They leading Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to the slaughter. You know why they leading us to the slaughter? Because our leaders have been taught by their oppressor. They've been taught by their oppressor to lead their own people to the slaughter.
Right.
To the slaughter and away from this Bible. You know what I mean? They think they're following the Bible, but the more that they look at the leadership of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, our oppressor want to lead the children of Israel away from the Bible and set themselves up as the people in the Bible, because they already did it. They set themselves up as, Jesus Christ. They set themselves up as the chosen people of God, which, that's what they do. And they set themselves up with the sword, with the rape, the rob, the murder of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans all over this earth. All over this earth. Even the ones who's not Israelites. You know what I mean? The people, our oppressor. You go around all over the world, you will see, you will see how they set themselves up. Because, you see the pictures. Right. You will see their pictures. And Slakia, sir, before I go into my subject, because this is the brotherhood class, and I'm showing brotherhood to it, I'm showing the brotherhood, and this is a lack of better term, to the niggers, to the spics, to the, to the wetbacks, to the redskins, because that's what our president called us. That's what president called. I'm letting them know that they're not that word. They're not that word. And if they are that word, you got to realize they are the chosen people of the Bible. The nigger God, the spit God, the wetback God. The redskins God of this Bible right here. That the whole world is reading and think they can pick it up, thinking they can pick up this Bible and know something about it. No, they don't. Only the men of the Isupk know things about this Bible. And we've been preaching, we've been telling our people, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So like I said, our oppressors set themselves up as the Messiah, as God, as Israelites, as the chosen people that came out of Egypt. This is what they did. And they did it with the sword. They did it with the deceiver. They deceive us. They was doing devilish thing because they are the devil, what the Bible speaks of. Because devil only meant deceiver. Our oppressor is a great deceiver. I break this in. And you know what I'm saying? By me, I'm looking at this Bible right here. Because you know what I'm saying? And I'm being taught, and I'm being taught from the men above me about this Bible. I'm wondering, where is all the, because I grew up with Bible with a lot of pictures in it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the from the early 80s up until, you know what I'm saying, up until the 90s. I remember all the Bibles had a bunch of pictures in it. And all the pictures look like my oppressor. Look like the people who's killing, you know what I'm saying? Look like the people that have been shooting my people down. They look like, you know what I'm saying? It looked exactly like the people that was beating up Rodney King. It looked like the people that was beating up our brothers and sisters that was marching for civil rights. It looked like, you know what I'm saying? It looked like the same people that, you know what I'm saying, that was doing Jim Crow in 100-year lynching. It looked like those same people that set themselves up as God, because there was a lot of pictures in that Bible. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of pictures, it looked like my oppressor. It looked exactly like my oppressor. But you know, we're gonna go into the brotherhood and the sisterhood, because this is the brotherhood and sisterhood class. You know, and Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we too busy following behind our oppressor. We following behind people who not us. People don't know anything about our plight. People who set up our plight. We're looking at them. We're looking at them because they are the watermark. You know, they are the preference of how, you know what I'm saying, how brotherhood is, how sisterhood is. But if you look at these people, if you really look at these people are perverted, nasty, and a bunch of liars. Bunch of liars. That's who they are. They're a bunch of liars, and we following behind them, and we're being perverted and nasty towards each other. But who taught us this? Our oppressors. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Our oppressors. The people who's shooting you down the street, the people who's running up in their convenience stores and shooting them, the people showing us about drive-bys. We don't know anything about drive-bys until we watch our oppressor. How you gonna be doing a drive-by when you have chains and whips on your back? How you do a drive-by? Huh? How can you kill one another? How? When you're in slavery. They don't want their property to be killing each other. They don't want that. So where did we learn this behavior from? Where did we learn this behavior from? We learned it from our oppressor, our slave master. That's where we learned it from. It's no different. You know what I'm saying? It's even worse now because we don't know who our enemy is. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We don't know who our enemy is. Our enemy, you know what I'm saying, is in the shadows right now. You know what I mean? Our enemies, you know what I'm saying? Our enemies is stealthy. That's who our enemy is. But these are the same people that have been kicking your teeth in for the past, 600, 500 years? They're kicking our teeth in. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, and they so deceitful. But I don't want to sidetrack. I want to get into my subject. So right now, you know what I'm saying? This is Joseph, the forefather of the of Simeon and the Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. You know, I mean, with the Cubans and the Puerto Ricans. This is the forefather, and then and this is the Joseph or Yahusap. You know what I'm saying? Yahusap in the Hebrew. But let me just do a little side note. I like to get, you know what I'm saying, a shout out to a precinct officer of 500, Yahusap Ya'ala. You know what I'm saying? My brother right now, you know what I'm saying, right now he's having surgery. You know, I don't know if the surgery is finished or not, but you know what I'm saying, I'm with my brother, and I'm thinking about my brother, and you know what I'm saying, Lord willing, he's a very strong brother. He's gonna get through this. So, you know, my brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that's out there, you know what I'm saying, get some prayers up to Officer Yahusap Ya'ala of 500. That's my brother, you know what I'm saying, from the tribe of Ephraim. Strong brother in this truth, very strong brother. And I'm thinking about him right now while I'm doing this class. So we're gonna start off because right now I'm closing. The Joseph series is going to be closing, but I want to do a summary, a brief summary on Joseph. and the things that he was going through. Yes, sir.
Just want to remind me, since that's, you can go. You realize that, right?
Say again?
Since that's clipped, you can go a little longer.
It was,
It's up to you, it's up to you.
Oh, yeah, come throughout this, though. Throughout this, I appreciate it. So, yeah, so, like I said, we're gonna get a briefing on, to let you know how Joseph ended up in Egypt. How he ended up in, Joseph ended up in Egypt. Now he's a mighty man. He's over Egypt. He's the second in charge in Egypt under Pharaoh.
Right.
Joseph has saved Egypt from a famine because the Most High God is with Joseph. So right now, you know what I mean? So right now I'm gonna do a summary because by now next week that will be the end of the Joseph series. So we're gonna do a summary for the brothers and sisters who never read, you know what I'm saying, Genesis chapter 37, and try to understand who Joseph is and how he got into a situation. But let me remind you, this is the brotherhood class. You know what I mean? This is the class that's teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians how to love their brother, how to love their sister, how to be a father, how to be a mother. Because we don't know how to. We've been following behind the people who have been raping, murdering us all these centuries. So now, you know what I mean? Now we're gonna go into the scripture. Baba Shaw, if you had a key, can you read that for me? We're gonna start in Genesis chapter 37, verse 1.
That's what I'm at.
Yes, sir.
He didn't just save the planet. He didn't just save Egypt. He saved the known world.
Come
The
on.
world at that time, the known world. Basically, he saved humanity. Joseph's interpretation. That famine was not an Egyptian famine. That famine reached the Middle East.
That's right.
Okay. What's it called? Had it not been for Joseph, everyone would have starved. The reason it's important to note this is because the Egyptians were able to make their nation's wealth off of Joseph. Egypt, in a sense, became a world superpower because we made them a world superpower.
That's right.
And that's what you have to understand about this, especially as you're getting to the end of this. This is, you said 37:1?
Come.
Genesis 37:1, and Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan.
Now it says, and Jacob dwelt in the land. Who's Jacob? Jacob is the forefather of the Israelite. His name was changed to Israel. We don't.
These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bela and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. And now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors.
Now this is saying, and now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because what?
Because he was the son of his old age.
Because he was the son of his old age. You know, when almost close to the last born. You know, and Joseph, and because he must have loved him, because Joseph not only Jacob loved Joseph. Joseph also loved Jacob. Also loved his father. You know what I mean? Because he always socializing with his father. But we're gonna get into that. You know.
If I may.
Yes, sir.
Joseph was also Rachel's. Israel had been paying for Joseph for like half his life.
Say that again, sir.
Israel prayed for Joseph half his life.
Come on.
Like the first time he came to his uncle's house, he said, "I'm gonna make a baby with her."
That's right.
7 years later, he accidentally got the sister. 7 years later, a little after that, Judah happened, which ain't hers. Then Simeon, no, not Judah, Reuben. then Simeon, then Levi, and just nothing for Rachel, all until finally, he got Joseph.
That's right.
And he's like, this is the baby I've been waiting for.
This is
For the last 30 years!
It's like, sir, if I may, and that's a sidetrack, but we're going to have to, because we got a little history.
Right.
He worked 14 years for that.
Right? And then you still have to wait probably about another 15, 20.
you know, so, but Jacob was patient.
Right.
He was diligent. And he believed in the Most High. And he knew that the Most High, you know what I'm saying? He knew if he followed, if he be a righteous man and he followed suit, he will be, you know what I'm saying? He will finally get what he wants, you know? And on the right hand side. Go on, sir.
His father's wives, and brought unto his father their evil report. 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors.
He did what?
Made him a coat of many colors.
So Jacob made his son Joseph a coat with many colors. Think about that. Go on.
Mm-hmm. It's expensive.
Very expensive.
4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him.
Wait. Read that one more time, please.
And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him.
So, and when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him. For what? Now think about it. For what? That he loved Joseph more than the other brethren? Think of like what exactly do that mean? Because none of them is going to their father and talking to the father. You know, none of them is going to their father and talking to talking to the father about this right here. We don't.
Okay, and could not speak peaceably unto him.
Cannot what?
Could not speak peaceably unto him.
So they think that his father loved Joseph a whole lot more than they love that the father loved them. They hate Joseph because of that. It's Joseph's fault. Why, you know what I'm saying? Why our father don't love us much as Joseph. You see what's going on? This thing that's going on in their head. You know, they're looking for something, looking for a fight that there's no fight. Especially not with an innocent person. You know, especially not with an innocent person. And that, you know what I'm saying? And Jacob is the man of the Lord. You try to say his sons couldn't just go to him and talk to him? You know?
And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more.
Wait, read that one more time, please, Bobby.
And Joseph dreamed a dream.
So Joseph dreamed a dream. Read on.
And he told it his brethren.
And he went to his big brothers. Read on.
And they hated him yet the more.
So it doesn't, so regardless, they have this thing that's going on in their head, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. His brothers have this whirl in his head and thing, you know what I'm saying? Why, you know what I'm saying? They hate his brother for some reason because, you know what I'm saying, their father loved him more. So it's Joseph's fault. So they're making up this world. So anything that what Joseph said, hey, my arm is broken. Yo, I hate that. Yo, how you doing? How you feeling? Yo, get out my face. Yo, I see that, you know what I'm saying? I see that, you know, that you hurt yourself. Is there any way that I can help you out? No, you can't help me at all. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I mean? And I see this type of thinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm on slavery. And I noticed that, you know what I'm saying, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, I know our people have been destroyed. We've been destroyed to a point that we cannot take compliments or, you know what I'm saying, or politeness, if that's a word, politeness. Or just saying thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that you helping me out. Our people don't like that. I know this is on the slave. You don't even know this person, but this person show you, you know what I'm saying, show you the ropes, show you how to, you know what I'm saying, how to solve like job problems. And you're like, yo, thank you. And that person is angry. That person is angry. Angry at what? Angry at you? Because you said thank you? So this is what Joseph's going through. He's just telling his brothers and his brothers that he had a dream, and they still hate him. So because they're building this world of this hate. You know?
And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed.
Uh-huh.
For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf.
Made what?
Obeisance to my sheaf.
So that means obeisance means to like obey. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or give reverence to. Read on.
8. And his brethren said to him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us?
Wait. Say that again.
Shalt thou indeed reign over us?
So his brothers went way left. It's a dream that he's having. They took it so serious, so they went to the point like, what you got? They interpreted, you know what I'm saying? They try to interpret the dream. He don't know what it means. He's just telling them about the dream. So he's saying, so they went in and talking about. So say that again. So what?
Shalt thou indeed reign over us?
Go on.
Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us?
Have what?
Dominion over us.
Go on.
And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words.
And they what?
For his dream, hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words.
Where's the brotherhood? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is just a dream that the younger brother came to him and just telling him about the dream, and they went way left with this. Way left with it. Because they had hatred in their heart. And when the Bible is talking about hatred in your heart, it means your mind. They're building up this fake world that don't exist towards their older brother. Because they're looking at, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, Pops love Joseph more than us, so, you know, so we're going to hate Joseph because of that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, how long that we going to build this fake world up, you know what I'm saying, and continue hating our brothers and sisters in our head? You know what I'm saying? We learning this from our oppressor. What's the reason for a black man to be mad at a black, you know what I'm saying, at a sister, at a black sister, at a black woman? What is the reason for a Hispanic man to be mad at another Hispanic woman? What's the reason for a Native Indian man to be mad at, you know what I'm saying, at a Native Indian sister? Where that came from? Where that came from? Because, you know what I mean? When slavery was going on, when the Trail of Tears was going on, when, you know what I'm saying, when our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean and you know what I'm saying, Hispaniola and Spanish-speaking countries, our oppressor was on top, and he was beating up the men and the women. He was beating up the men and the women.
Right.
That's what he was doing. So when did this hatred, when did this fight became between us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Where does this hate come from? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because when we, you know what I'm saying, even though I'm just gonna go back to the civil rights. You know what I'm saying? You go back, it looked like nothing but, you know what I'm saying? It looked like the men was getting slapped in the face and hit in the head with bricks, and women was getting slapped in the face and hit in the head with bricks. That's equal opportunity. When did a black man ever stop a black woman for, you know what I'm saying, for achieving the things that she wanted to do? I guess we, you know, when did that happen? When did this stuff happen? Yes, sir.
We've never had the ability.
Will you say that again, sir?
We've never had the ability.
And which means that we never had the power to do so. It's not even, you know, that's never happened at all. We never stopped our sisters from achieving the things that she wanted to do. But I know that when we did, we worked, you know what I'm saying? We worked tooth and nail so we won't have our women working in the working in our oppressor's house. I know that. We never wanted our wife become a maid or, you know what I'm saying, or watching our oppressor kids, so on and so forth. I know that we never wanted that. That's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, that's the reason why the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian men working so hard, so they didn't want their woman to experience that. They didn't want the, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want their woman to become somebody's maid.
Right.
So that's, you know what I'm saying? We kept them from that, but that was some, you know what I'm saying? That's some agreement, because they, you know what I'm saying? Our sisters didn't want to become a maid, especially towards this oppressor that printed, you know what I'm saying? That was throwing rocks at us a couple of days ago. That was slapping us in the face with bricks a couple of days ago. It was the both of us that was getting slapped in the head with bricks. You know what I'm saying? Just to remind you. There's no Hispanic man, you know what I'm saying, oppressing, you know what I'm saying, a Hispanic sister at all. When did this happen? When we started oppressing our sister? When did this when did this beef became between our sisters? When? This, you know what I'm saying? This is our oppressive work. This is our oppressive work, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is the stuff that we're learning from, you know what I'm saying, from our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? From those dogs. Because that's who they are. They're a bunch of dogs. Filthy dogs and perverted dogs. And everywhere they go, you know what I'm saying, they want to bite and steal and try to have sex with it. A bunch of perverts.
Right.
A bunch of perverts. Mr. Lucky, I'm gonna read this. Right here in Genesis, I'm going to read this again. In Genesis chapter 37, verse 8. And his brother said to him, shalt thou indeed reign over us? And or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And thou hated, and they hated him, yet the more for his dreams and for his words. For his dreams and for his words. Can you read on, Sean, if you get the chance, can you read on verse 9?
And he dreamed yet another dream, and told his brethren, and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me.
Go on.
To him. And he told it to his father and to his brother. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth?
So now they don't know, they just think, you know what I'm saying, they just splurring out things. They're not really thinking about what, you know what I'm saying, what Joseph's saying. So, you know, they just throwing things out there. Right. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. So they just throwing things out there. And so just saying, I don't understand that dream. You know what I'm saying? I just say that, I don't understand that dream. I don't know what you're saying, Joseph. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, you know what I'm saying? Besides that, let's go out and work in these fields and tend to these animals. So instead of just saying, I don't know, they just saying, they just talking. We don't.
12 and 11, and his brethren envied him, but his father observed the same.
Wait, say that again from the top.
And his brethren envied him, but his father observed the same.
So his brother envied him. His brothers envy him. We don't.
But his father observed the same. 12. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. 13. And Israel said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, here I am. And he said to him, go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And a certain man found him. And behold, he was wandering in the field, and the man asked him, saying, what seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks.
So stop right there. So let me remind you, I'm giving you like a summary, you know what I'm saying, of the reason why Joseph is in Egypt. And I'm giving you like the understanding of the relationship between the father, you know what I'm saying, the relationship between Joseph and his father, and Joseph and his brethren. You know.
Okay. They are departed hence, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan. 18. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
Say that again. Read 18 again.
18. When they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
So his brother, you know what I'm saying? The brother seeing Joseph coming up on the horizon, and they conspired to slay their younger brother. That's what they're doing. Black suspended and native Indians. His brothers expiring to slay their younger brother because they had hatred in their mind. They had hatred in their heart. That's what the Christian church said. God knows my heart. They had hatred in there. Heart means mind. They had hatred in their mind because they think that not think, but they see that there was envy between the relationship between Jacob and Joseph. You know.
And he said, Salakia. And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh.
This what?
Dreamer cometh.
So they're making fun of him about his dreams. You know what I'm saying? And they plotting to slay their own brother. Black suspended and native Indian. That's in Yonkers. That's in Warburton, Ravine, Woodworth, Whitney Young, Slowbomb, School Street, Ludlow, Lawrence, Saratoga, Harris, Cliff Street. This is what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying? We planning to slay our brother because of what? Because of what? The music is too loud. He stepped on your shoes. He's looking at me wrong. He's looking at me wrong. Where did we learn that from? He's looking at me wrong. Who have taught us this stuff? Who have taught us this stuff to? You know what I'm saying? When did we learn this from? Black suspenders and native Indians? When did we learn this behavior from? We learned it from our oppressor. We learned behavior that we can't even look at our brother without a fight going to start. We can't look at him. Just a look and a fight about to start. Especially them Judites. Especially the Judites. What you looking at? You looking at me like that? So you try to disrespect me? Where did we learn this behavior from? And it's all over. It's all over. But since 1969, Isupk have been teaching Black suspended and native Indians that we don't have to go down that route. We don't have to follow the oppressor ways. We follow the Israelite ways. We follow the Bible ways. Black suspended and native Indians. The ways that show, you know what I'm saying, show respect to our brother. Show respect to our sister. That's here in the Bible. That's here in the Bible. It teach you, you know what I'm saying, the law, statutes, and commandments. It teach you how to love your brother, how to love your sister. This is all in the Bible. Who teaching us how to love our brothers? Who teaching us how to love our sister? Who teaching us how to love our fathers? Who teaching us how to love our mothers? The person who done been raping and robbing and murdering us for centuries. And we're looking at, you know what I'm saying, we're looking towards them like they know something. Like they know something. I'm gonna beat, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat this with, I'm gonna keep on saying this because it means a lot. We following behind a people that say a grown man is more woman, you know what I'm saying, a woman than my mother who gave birth to me. Yeah. We follow behind those people, a perverted people. Black suspended and native Indian. I guess, you know what I'm saying, I guess a person, you know what I'm saying, that I guess a man who think they're a woman is more woman than that man's mother. Think about the logic behind it. The man who want to become a woman think that he's the same woman as his mother who gave birth to him. Now look what we're doing now. Black suspenders and it in. We follow behind people who put this confusion in the world. Who put, you know what I'm saying? Who put in this type of lust and only thinking that this selfishness in the world. This type of logic in the world. Because that's how they could rule. They could rule with confusion. Because the more the black suspended and native, the more confusion we are, the more that we step away from this law, statute, commandments, the more that we step away from who we are, black suspended native. So we continue walking around as Jonathan, as Joseph, you know what I'm saying? As Pedro, as Roger. We still walking around with these names. And Alito. We still walking around with these, you know what I'm saying, these oppressors' names. This is where we're learning from. So I'm letting you know right here in this book, and I'm relating to what's going on right now. This is his brothers talking to him like this. This is Joseph's brothers talking to him like this. We don't.
20, come now, therefore, and let us slay him.
Let us what?
Slay him.
Go on.
And cast him into some pit, and we will say, some evil beast hath devoured him.
Say that again?
Some evil beast shall have devoured him.
Go on.
And we shall see what become of his dreams.
Becoming his what?
Dream.
They still making fun of him. They still making fun of him. This is what they're plotting against their younger brother. This is what they're plotting against him. Because what? Something that's going on in their head, which is not, you know what I'm saying, which is not real. Now they manifest it. Now this is what they about to do to their to their younger brother. It's not real. It's in their head. Instead of talking to, you know what I'm saying, instead of just talking to their brother and iron out the differences, just instead of talking to, you know what I'm saying, Jacob, what is a man of God. No, they want to do things on their own. They don't want to show no brotherhood. They don't want to show no sisterhood. They don't want to, you know what I mean? They don't want to do anything but satisfy their flesh. Would make them feel good. It's all good and powerful for beating up, you know what I'm saying? For beating somebody up that cannot defend for themselves. It's all good. How, you know what I'm saying? How our oppressor going to these convenience stores and shooting up the weak. Shooting up the weak. The people that they, you know what I'm saying? The people that they get killed. We don't.
And Reuben 21, and Reuben heard it, and he
so this is and Reuben heard it. Now Reuben is the older brother. This is Reuben. He's the older brother. We don't.
And heard it, and he delivered him out of their hand. He said,
go on.
And said, let us not kill him.
Let us what?
Let us not kill him.
So this is what Reuben said. This is what Reuben said. And Reuben heard it. Heard, you know what I'm saying? Heard the plot. He was standing right there with his brothers. And he delivered him out of their hands. So why, you know what I'm saying? Why they plotting and about to do something to Joseph, Reuben, you know what I'm saying? The older brother came in and delivered him out of his hands. We don't.
And verse 22.
So this is what Reuben said to his brother.
Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit.
Wait, say that again.
Shed no blood.
But he said, shed no blood. So he's telling his brothers, don't shed no blood. But we don't.
Cast him into this pit.
But do what?
Cast him into this pit.
This is Reuben, the older brother, that delivered Joseph out of, you know what I'm saying, out of his other brother's hand, thinking about slaying him. So Reuben said, cast no blood. Don't cast no blood. Don't cast no blood. But
cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness.
That was what?
That is in the wilderness.
Go on.
And lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands to deliver him to his father again.
All right, so now Reuben was talking about, okay, you know what I'm saying? Just listen to me. Just listen to me. You know what I mean? Don't cast no blood. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't stomp him out. Black suspended and native. Don't stomp him out. But bring him to the wilderness and throw him in a pit. Throw him in a pit. Instead of Reuben standing 10 toes down and protecting his younger brother. Instead of Reuben doing that. Reuben should have stood up by being the oldest brother and to protect his younger brother so his other brothers won't do this to him. That's what Reuben and Joseph should have stood together. Reuben is the oldest. First thing Reuben should have said, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? Why the hell are we plotting on our brother? Why we want to kill our brother? Over what? Reuben should have stood 10 toes down and rebuked his brothers and let them know this is wrong. This is wrong what we're about to do. No, I'm not for this. And I'm not going to let this happen. But Reuben was not standing 10 toes down. He should, you know what I mean? He should have been in the pit with his brother. That's what Reuben should have been. He should have stood with his own brother. His younger brother on top of this. His younger brother. But he still want to cast him in the pit in the wilderness, then come back later and and pick this brother up and bring him home. What type of things is this? So you think Reuben is okay with, you think Reuben is good with this by him making that statement? Huh? No, he wasn't good. He should have stood 10 toes down and let the cards drop for what it is, because that would have been a righteous move. That would have been a righteous move. Standing on what's right. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we forgot how to stand up what's right. We stand up for everybody else except for ourselves, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're thinking about everybody else, but we're not thinking about ourselves. We're not thinking about ourselves. I think it's time for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to stand up and think about ourselves. Because ain't nobody thinking about us. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is the soul of America. We the reason why, we the reason why we the reason why that people think America have a soul. Because we the conscience of America. But who are the conscience of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, huh? Who are our conscience? Our oppressor? The people who's kicking us while we down? Kicking down a helpless people? How we become helpless? Because we don't want to follow the Lord's statutes and commandments. Because we want to follow ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We want to set ourselves up as God. We want to follow behind this oppressor. That's what we want to do, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Being respectful, instead of being respectful to our brothers and sisters. So instead of coming back into the Lord's statutes and commandments, standing 10 toes down and telling the world we are the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And since 1969, Isupk have been teaching our people this. Because we don't see it, because we've been beat down. We've been raped. We've been molested. We've been killed. And we ain't had time enough to heal at all from this oppressor. We ain't had time enough to separate from this oppressor so we get time enough to heal from the conditions that they put us in. We've been raped and murdered. We ain't have no counseling. Salaki, so if I may, after slavery, did we get any counseling from the rape and the rape and the murder? You know what I'm saying? In the beatings, did we get any counseling? Did this oppressor say, "Yo, you know what? We've been beaten down. We've been beating these people for a long period of time. They need time enough to heal." Did we get that? No, we just walked in. Yes, sister.
So that's like traumatized. What do you call it?
Yeah. Post-traumatic. We've been traumatized. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we've been traumatized. Thank you, sister. That's what we've been. And guess what? We didn't get no healing from being, traumatization. We didn't get no healing from, we didn't get no healing from that. Go ahead, sis.
So it trickled down to the generations, right?
Yes. See, you on it. You know what I'm saying? You on it. Give it up for that sister. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It trickles down because everything that I'm saying is not new. It's been happening in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Even slave time, you have our blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people saying it's not all white people. My slave master is good. You know what I'm saying? Master Charlie is good. You know what I'm saying? He don't whip me all the time. Master Charlie is good white folk. That's how they used to say in the South. Good white folk. You know? Don't come in and rub everything up. You know what I'm saying? You're coming from the north, right, though? It's good white folk down here. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't get it lashes the way they do it over there in Master Bernard's plantation. They were saying it back then when literally the lashes literally was on their back. Was on their back. They walk, you know what I'm saying? They walk to the other plantation, they're passing brothers and sisters that have been hung in trees. And we still vouching for these people.
Be whipped and hung.
Yeah. And still vouching for these people.
Right.
We see it. We see the men got raped. The women get raped. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You gotta understand the mindset of somebody who lives like that. Like, when your mindset is you will be beaten, and that is the reality of life, good and evil is only ever set to the boundaries of what you know to be life. So meaning, like, if your reality is you will be beaten, your good and evil is who beats me more, who beats me less.
Exactly. Throughout that one, I appreciate that. That's exactly what I was trying to articulate. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is old news. It's happening. It was happening when the whip was literally on our backs. Right. And we were still vouching for these people.
Right.
We were still vouching for these people. Incredible.
Right.
Incredible because we've been traumatized by these people. We didn't have time enough to heal from these people. We didn't have time enough to come together, you know what I'm saying, so we could start over. You know what I'm saying? We comparing our marriage to our oppressive marriage. How is that possible? They got a 400-year head start, and their head start started on top. You know, started on top. You know, this is the psychology of our oppressor, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm gonna summarize with this. I'm gonna get to you later, sister. Just on your point. This is what our slave master did to us. And this is what it is. And this is what it is It happened back then, and this is happening in 2022. This is the results. Our slave master was rape, robbing, and murdering us, and we was in a house. So every 2 weeks he come in and rape, robbing, and murder us. Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks he does this. Constantly. He's been doing this for like about 50 years. 50 years he's been doing this. And so suddenly he just realizes, saying, oh man, damn, I've been doing this act toward blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I've been doing this act. So you know what? I'ma stop doing this. I'ma stop doing this act. I'ma stop doing this act. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to them and say, hey, listen up. I'm sorry that I did this act. I'm sorry. And it won't happen again. You know what? You know what? And also that you could, you know what? If you need a place to stay, you could stay here. You can stay here. I won't do it no more. Wait, hold on. This is the rapist and the murderer saying this to the victim. But guess what? That victim is in the same bedroom. Is in the same place, traumatized. So I guess those past 50 years, that never happened. I guess that never happened. It never happened. This is the psychology of our oppressor. This is our psychology. This is their psychology. They are perverted. You know what I'm saying? They're deceitful. You think, you know what I'm saying? You think that that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, and now we got to heal from that? How can we heal from that? Because we're looking at our rapist, our murderer every day. She's, you know what I'm saying? We in the far left room, and every day we walk up and down the hall and we hear the person's voice that been raping us for the past 50 years. Huh? Now they tell me, oh, I can stay in the room. No, I need to separate from you. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to find some counseling. I need to heal from you. You're not a nice person at all. You've been raping me for the past 50 years. You've been murdering me for the past 50 years. You've been stealing from me for the past 50 years. Now you try to come with some type of, you know, now you got some type of conscience? No. 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 And this is the stuff that we're doing to, you know what I'm saying, doing to ourselves, brothers and sisters. Blacks are spending their years. We learn this behavior. We have to separate from these people. We have to show brotherhood. But right here in the scripture, what was the last scripture you read, Brother Sean? You had
22 was the last one I read.
Come. Read 20. Read 22 again.
22, and Reuben said unto him.
Now this is Reuben, the older brother that should have supposed to stand 10 toes down. Oh, Salaki, sir. I mean, Salaki, sir. Yes, sis, you had the question earlier.
So, how did we overcome with the traumatized?
You know how we this is how we overcome it. You have to get into the in the school of Isupk.
No, through the years of being traumatized by slave masters.
We never did. We never overcome. We got a rug in our living room that look like a mountain right now. Cause we swept all that stuff underneath the rug. Now it's a mountain. You know what I mean? We call all that dust Civil Rights Act. We ain't been. We still remember, sis. We still wearing their names. We still wearing King. We still wearing Easterling. We still wearing, you know what I'm saying, McBride. We still wearing Hernandez, Rodriguez. We still wearing their names. We didn't heal yet. We did not heal yet. But guess who's doing the healing? The priests and prophets of the Isupk since 1969. So we can get back to our heritage. We think we're a bunch of heathen. Well, right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we moving as Gentiles. Which, well, we are the chosen people of the Bible. We forgot all of that. We've been crushed from all of that. That's what our oppressors did to us. That's what our oppressors did to us. Now, this is what Reuben said to his brothers. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hands upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. His father, Jacob. This is their father, Jacob. He should have stood 10 toes down and not say that saying. He said, yo, you're going to have to cast the both of us into this pit. That's what Reuben should have said. Can you read on 23, Bob Shaw?
23. And it came to pass when Joseph was coming to his brethren that they stripped Joseph out of his coat.
They did what?
Stripped Joseph out of his coat.
This is the coat that his father gave to him. First thing they did is rip this coat off. You know how hard it is to rip somebody's coat off their back? That means that he was fighting. You see what I'm saying? They ripped it off his back. It's hard to get that coat off. We don't?
His coat of many colors that was on him. 24, and they took him and cast him into a pit.
They did what?
Took him and cast him into a pit.
Where's Reuben at? Where's Reuben at? You know?
And the pit was empty.
And the what?
The pit was empty.
Go on.
There was no water in it.
There was what?
No water in it.
Go on.
And they sat down to eat bread.
They did what?
Sat down to eat bread.
They sat down to eat bread while their younger brother is in the pit. Where's Reuben at? at this time? Huh? Why his brothers in the pit crying and saying, yo, brothers, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why you doing this act towards me? And they just standing there laughing. Reuben's laughing. Because I ain't gonna let Reuben get away with what he said. He's acting like he's helping his brother out. He's supposed to be in the pit with them. With Joseph. That's where he's supposed to be right now. That's where Reuben's supposed to be, right there. You know?
And they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites.
So why, you know, so while they eating, when they eating bread, chopping it up, kicking it, probably talking, you know what I'm saying? Talking about what they just did to their only brother, you know what I mean? They're looking up and they see some Ishmaelites. They're looking at some Ishmaelites, so-called Arabs, you know.
Came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt.
Because there's a bunch of, they was traders, like trade men. You know what I'm saying? They trade in goods, you know.
26, and Judah said unto his brethren.
Now this is Judah. You know what I'm saying? This so-called blacks, you know what I'm saying, African Americans. This is our forefather. This is our forefather. Read.
What profit is it if we slay our brother?
Wait. Say that again.
What profit is it?
Say that one more time.
What profit is it?
So Judah said, yo, what profit is it? We don't.
If we slay our brother.
If we do what?
Slay our brother.
If we slay our brother.
And conceal his blood.
And conceal his brother. What profit is it? That sound familiar? You know what I'm saying? That sound like a trade from the Judites? It sound like a little trade. You always want to make a little bit of money. Huh? We already want to make some money off our brothers and sisters' blood. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? Of course I'm going to sell to him. Yeah, he's going to get it from somebody else. So I'd rather for it to be me. I'd rather for him to, you know what I'm saying, get strung out on dope from me. Black suspenders and Native Indians. What profit? You know what I'm saying? What profit us to slay our brother? Huh? We have to sell them drugs. I gotta get on the come up. I gotta destroy, you know what I'm saying? I gotta destroy this family so I could come up. Black suspenders and Native Indians. Where did we learn this from? Where did we learn this from? Oh man, so what is she pregnant? I'm on the come up. I gotta sell these drugs to this pregnant woman. Black suspenders and Native Indians. Where did we learn this from? I know my ribs is touching. My ribs is touching, so I gotta go out and murder. You know what I mean? I need to make some profits. I need to make some monies. Instead of coming together with your brother and not doing it, you know what I'm saying? Not suffering sin, you know what I'm saying? Not hurting your brother just because you need a little bit of money in your pocket. You know what I mean? You need a little bit of money in your pocket for the fast way. You want to follow behind this oppressor. This is what the oppressor. Let the other nations sell drugs to each other. While we come to the Most High God, while we be God's chosen people, because that's what we are. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is God's chosen people, period. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the real Jews. We are the real Israelites. That's who we are. That's who we are. And our oppressor keeping us from this. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Our oppressor is keeping us from this. Keeping us from the Bible. Because the Bible have not been taught to us correctly. It's been taught to us, you know what I'm saying, by our oppressor. Then our oppressor teach, you know what I'm saying, teach our leaders on this Bible. Now this Bible is for everybody. That's not what I see in the Bible. How this Bible is for everybody? Huh? Because what the oppressor did, they want some, you know what I'm saying? They want some leeway. They know they're a bunch of rapists and murderers and perverted people. Perverted. Nasty people. And they want to say to us, they want to lie to us. They're known for lying. That's their thing. What do you know what I'm saying? What is our native brothers and sisters always say? This oppressor speak with a fourth tongue.
Right, paleface comes with a fourth tongue.
Paleface speak with a fourth tongue. Yes, he do. He would call a grown man the woman of the year. He would call a grown man that got a 5 o'clock shadow, call him a woman. And he's more woman than my mother who gave birth to it. You know what I'm saying? To me. He's more woman than the woman who gave birth to the man who's calling himself a woman with the 12 o'clock shadow. This is what they do. We're going to learn brotherhood and sisterhood from these people. These people, you know what I'm saying? These people that having this parade thing, this perverted parade, watching little baby, you know what I'm saying? Watching young babies watching this act and try to say this is a normal act to watch. Huh? Yeah, yes, sir.
Speaking of that, since you brought it up, Texas just banned children seeing drag shows, which why that wasn't already a ban, I don't know. But my thing about it is they have it on the shade room, and people are like, "Oh, Texas is worried about the wrong thing." I'm like talking about gun control. I'm like, honestly, personally, I would prefer dead son over a homosexual son. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so and it's like you're saying what you're saying. It's a hard body going west because it's a what a snowball effect. Because look where it got to. Because you know what I mean. That's the reason why they was fighting the law about consenting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying about the age of consenting. You know what I'm saying in California. Because you know you have people that were older people that was molested. Because this is how, you know what I'm saying? This is how molested, this is how they produce. They molest somebody. And that person that they molest somebody.
Right.
So this is molested people. That's it, you know what I'm saying? That's older molested people who's attracted to younger, you know what I'm saying? Younger people. Right. And they're going to get to the point, you know what I'm saying? Then they so they can lower that age of consent age. Huh? So, you know what I mean? So a 25-year-old can talk to a 14-year-old now. Yes, sir.
And another thing is, I forgot, I gotta find out when, but I remember Calvin Zayak brought it out. Homosexuals like marched on Congress back in like the 70s and asked for the age of consent to be lowered. Guess to what age? Yes.
Come.
No, I said yes.
No, it's like it's
9.
No. 9. Yeah, because you know why? You know what? It's like it's because what you're saying is all by one west. Because I even said this: a 9-year-old can tell their parents what to do. You see it today, right? So you got the basketball player. His son is telling him who he is. This is his son now. This is his son. I guess a 9-year-old can tell their parents what to do. Yes. And that was what, back in the 70s? So they want the age of consent down to 9 years old. Of course they do. Because they're a bunch of perverts, they're a bunch of lust-driven, and they only worry about what could give them off. That's all they're thinking about. And what they are damaged people. They are people that have been damaged. And anything, you know what I'm saying? And if we follow behind this culture, you know what I'm saying, our oppressive culture for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's following behind this lifestyle. The person who molested you, the person, you know what I'm saying, who did these heinous acts to you when you was young, they supposed to die. You know what I mean? They're supposed to die. Now you're going to take on their spirit? Now you're going to take on, you know what I'm saying, the way that they act? You're going to take on their spirit, huh? Now you're following that lifestyle. Now you know what I'm saying? Now a woman is attracted to another woman. You know what I'm saying? Now a man is attracted to another man. You're going to follow that spirit, huh? So it's two damaged people that's in the bed together doing some, you know what I'm saying, doing some perverted act. The people who did that to you supposed to be punished. And I'm gonna let you know, black suspended, they're not gonna get away with that. But if you follow behind, you know what I'm saying, the way that they moving and how, you know what I'm saying, the things that they did to you, you are part of the problem now. You are part of the problem. You know, you are part of the problem. And our brothers that think, you know what I'm saying, that is okay for a younger boy to be with an older woman, that she is a molester. This is being pushed on the block in Yonkers, in Woodworth, in Ravine, in Whitney Young, Saratoga, Orchard, Morningside, over on Lake. This is what they're pushing. This is what's going on in the, you know what I'm saying, on the block. This is what's going on. And nobody ain't saying anything. Everybody think it's cool. Oh man, he's 13. He was with a 21-year-old. Oh wee. She's a molester. Why is she messing with a 13-year-old? A 13-year-old boy? Huh? But that's cool. And he gonna get nothing but handshake. That is perverted and filthy. Guess who was messing with a 13-year-old boy during slavery times? Huh? Hmm? Yeah, your slave master was messing with a 13-year-old boy. We learned that behavior. We are broken people, black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And we need to step away from these perverted people. We cannot learn nothing from a perverted people. That's telling, you know what I'm saying, that's telling your mother that she's more manly than her husband. That she could be a man just like her husband. This is these people. And they're going to teach you how to show, you know what I'm saying, show how to be a brother, how to be a good person, how to be, you know what I'm saying, a person of God. Huh? Oh, sorry, can you read that? Read the next one.
27. And let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
That is what?
Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites. Read on.
And let not our hand be upon him. For he is our brother and our flesh.
He is our what?
Brother and our flesh.
He is our brother in our flesh.
And his brethren were content.
And his brother was what?
Were content.
His brother was satisfied with that. I'm gonna read that from the top. Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hands be upon him. I mean, let's not slay him. Let's not kill him. For he is our brother in our flesh. So we're gonna sell him to somebody. We ain't gonna kill him because he's our brother. He's our flesh. You can read the next verse.
Then there passed by a Midianite merchant.
Oh, as a matter of fact, drop down. All right, drop down to 31.
31. And they took Joseph's coat and killed the goat of the kid of the goats and dipped the coat in the blood.
So now this is his brother. This is his brother because remember, they got to go back. They got to go back to Jacob, their father, because Jacob had sent Joseph to go to his brothers, so he can help him out. You know what I'm saying, in the field. So this is what they did. They done beat Joseph up, ripped off his coat, threw him in a ditch. They done plot and describe against his brother. Huh? We don't.
God. 32. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father and said, "This have we found."
Say that again.
This have we found.
So right now they dipped Joseph's coat in blood. That's what they did. They dipped it in blood. Slide this one. Yeah, they did. Oh, there we go. They dipped it in blood and brought it to their father, and said to his father, "What?
This have we found.
Go on.
Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no."
So right now they lying to their father. They're lying to their father about about their brother, their young, you know what I'm saying, about one of his younger brother. They lying. You could drop that. Go to let's start at 39. So I'm giving you a summary of how Joe, you know what I'm saying, the relationship between Joseph and his father, and the relationship between Joseph and his brother, and what happened to Joseph and how Joseph ended up in Egypt. This is what I'm breaking down to.
Wait, verse 39 or chapter?
Oh, chapter 39.
Your character.
Chapter 39. So I'm giving you an understanding. So next, you know what I mean, next week we're gonna go into, you know what I'm saying, the final of about Joseph and his brothers. So I'm letting you know what happened to Joseph, the relationship between Joseph and his father, the relationship between Joseph and his brother, what his brothers did to him, and how he ended up in Egypt. You know?
39 and 1. Hold on 1 second. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Israelites.
So he got brought by the Egyptian that the Ishmaelites have sold him. You know?
Which had brought him thither. 2, and the Most High was with Joseph.
Say that again?
The Most High was with Joseph.
Now, Joseph been beat down, thrown in the ditch. You know what I'm saying? He been lied on. His father think he's dead. He been, you know what I'm saying? His own brothers, you know what I'm saying, did this to him. But what?
The Most High was with Joseph.
The Most High is with Joseph. Where is with Joseph at? Joseph's in captivity right now. Joseph is in captivity right now. And you try to say black suspended the nation, that the Most High cannot be with us? We're in captivity right now. Brian, Joseph, you know what I mean? Brian. We still wearing the names of our slave master. We could be with the Most High if we come to the Most, the Most High God, statutes, laws, and commandments. We could be a people back, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High God. That, you know what I mean? That's for you. You have to show brotherhood. You have to show sisterhood. How would you learn that? You will learn that in the school of Isupk, practical knowledge. We teach you how to be a brother. We teach you how to be a sister. We teach you to fight those voices that's in your head. That you know what I'm saying? That you're assuming certain things. How to, you know what I'm saying? How to be not emotional. We don't.
God. Which had brought him down thither. And the Most High was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man.
He was, wait. The Most High was with Joseph in what?
He was a prosperous man.
He was a what?
Prosperous man.
The Most High is with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man in Egypt, the land of his affliction. Read on.
And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian.
Go on.
3, and his master saw that the Most High was with him, and that the Most High made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand.
He did what?
Put into his hand.
So he put everything, you know what I'm saying? This Egyptian put everything in Joseph's hand because he realized that everything that Joseph touched was prosperous. Everything that Joseph touched was prosperous. You know why it prospered? Because it's the Most High God made everything prosper. You know?
And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house, and over all that he had, that the Most High blessed the Egyptian's house.
The Most High did what?
Blessed the Egyptian's house.
Just say that again. The Most High did what?
Blessed the Egyptian's house.
The Most High blessed the Egyptian house. Read on.
For Joseph's sake.
For whose sake?
Joseph's sake.
The Most High is with Joseph, and he blessed the Egyptian house for whose sake?
Joseph's sake.
Yahweh's sake?
Joseph's sake.
For Joseph's sake. For no other sake but Joseph. Because the Most High is with Joseph. In captivity. The Most High is with Yahweh in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? The forefather of the Cubans and the Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And this is for, you know what I'm saying? This is for my brother, Officer Yamasab Yala. You know what I mean? Read on. For Joseph's sake, that's the reason why the Egyptian house is prospering. Read on.
Time.
That was
And the blessing of the Most High was upon all that he had in the house and in the field.
In the what?
In the field.
And not only the blessing was going on in the house, everything that Joseph would take, is also in the field where Joseph is not at. Any property that this Egyptian had was prospering. Hold back. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
You want me to get?
Yeah.
Okay.
28 and 1. So this is what's going on. The Most High was with Joseph. The Most High is with Joseph. That's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And he's in captivity. Oh, yeah, yes, sis.
Like, what we do, what the Most High tell us to do, like obey, follow the commandments. The heathens like that we come to, that we like say, okay, say I get my hair done and stuff like that. The Most High is gonna use me because I'm doing the commandments, right? I'm following what the Most High tells me to do. Right?
Yeah. Not only gonna, he wanted, you know, also the Most High want to see if you're with him. So it would put like stumbling blocks in front of you and see that you could still be a clear mind person. You understand? And still follow the Most High God.
But what do you
in
mean
spite
by
of.
Salaki, I'm gonna cut you off.
Okay.
Continue. Well, you finished?
Yeah, go on.
What do you mean by be with you when you get your hair done?
Like, okay, say if these heathens, these African people, you know how rudely they are, right?
Like, will an African mess up your hair?
Well, when I go there, like, one time, okay, I went to Brooklyn to get my hair done, right?
Right.
And way before I knew about alopecia, I had a natural hairstyle. That's when feeding braids, as they were saying.
Right.
Now I was natural, right?
I'm sorry, I could probably cut you off. Just
Yeah,
summarize it up. Good to just get to the question.
Now the African person, told me to sit down, and she was being all rude and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted a particular hairstyle, she got over, she told me to sit down and all that stuff. I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
Because I was really the truth and stuff like that.
Right, of course.
Going back and forth. One minute I was in the class, next minute I wasn't, going back.
Right, of course. So your question is, will the Most High protect you from somebody there? The best thing to do is, in that situation, how do I say it? One, the Most High will protect you, yes. As long as you aren't doing anything foolish. If the person's being irate while doing your hair, you can obviously choose to say, I'm not going to do business with you because of your rudeness, so on and so forth. And there's other routes. Maybe try to find sisters that can do your hair. That's probably the best option. Like I try my best to not have a heathen do my hair. I'm being honest to God, truth. I do not like having heathens do my hair. So yeah, that's probably the best on that. But and that goes into brotherhood. Brotherhood is going to your people, and you might have to deal with. You might have attitudes or worse attitudes than you'll get with the Hamites. But at the end of the day, same thing. It's love.
As I said, they said how the Egyptians, David was blessed because of fields. That's what I'm saying.
Meaning, what that's talking about is the Most High wanted to make sure that brother did a good job and had a good report with that boss. So he did the work to say, if Joseph was supposed to bring the boss in 50 grand, I'm going to make it so he brings him in 100 grand so the boss likes him more.
Is it more because of your tithes?
Because,
You're supposed to pay your tithes or something?
No, so he can be liked, so that Joseph can be liked. That's what it was. Well, I think he has to get through.
Yeah. Let me get
At the end,
through.
you're coming.
Right, so I appreciate it.
I don't know.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 1. So
Yeah,
remind me because right now everything is being blessed in Joseph Master's house. Everything Joseph touches is prospering. You know.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
So this is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. This is Moses talking to his people. Everybody's not there in the wilderness with Moses. This is what Moses saying to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read on.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So the Most High God will set Israel on high above all nations on the earth. Above all nations, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if we follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, we're supposed to be set on high above all nations of the earth. Read on.
And 2, and all these blessings shall come on thee. And
wait. So that all these what?
Blessings.
All these blessings to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read on.
Shall come on thee and overtake thee.
Shall come on us and overtake us. All these blessings, if we follow the Lord's statutes and commandments. If we show brother, if we show sister, if we come back to the Lord's statutes and commandments and get taught again and not follow behind our oppressors, we'll be set on high above all nations, and all these blessings will become a part of us, of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read on.
If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
Wait, say that slow on 3.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city.
Blessed shall thou be in the city. Blessed shall that be in the city. Read on.
And blessed shall thou be in the field.
And blessed shall thou be in the field. Now the Most High God is with Joseph in captivity. You know, in captivity. And everything that he touched was flourishing because the Most High was with Joseph. Everything that he touched in the house was flourishing. Everything that's happening in the field is flourishing in captivity. So if we follow the Most High God that said in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, we'll be blessed. You know what I'm saying? The blessing will overtake us, and we'll be blessed in the city, and we'll also be blessed in the field. In captivity. That's when we will have time enough to heal from this oppressor if we come to the Most High God. And we can do it. Why, you know what I'm saying? While our oppressor is fighting, we can come together. All nation not desired. You could drop that and go back to go back to 39 and 5.
39 and 5.
Yeah, go to 39. Yeah, 39 and 5. 39 and 6. Genesis chapter 39 verse 6. Blacks, Hispanics, the Native Indians. That's Joseph. That's Joseph that's in captivity, and everything he touches, you know what I'm saying, flourish, because the Most High God is with Joseph. The Most High God is with Joseph. Joseph's not by himself. Read on.
6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
Go on.
7. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph.
Master's wife did what?
Cast her eyes upon Joseph.
Master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph. Read on.
And she said, lie with me.
She said what?
Lie with me.
She said, say that again. She said what?
Lie with me.
You know what she said. She said, have sex with me, Joseph. Have sex with me. This is his master's wife. Have sex with me, Joseph. That's what she said. Read on.
But he refused and
And
said,
he did, wait, he did what?
but he refused.
He what?
He refused.
Joseph refused. This is his master wife. And she said, lie with me. And he refused. We don't.
And said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wanteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand.
Go on.
There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee,
That's right.
because thou art his wife.
But you want to say that again?
Because thou art his wife.
Go on.
How then can I do this great wickedness?
How say that again?
How then can I do this great wickedness?
This great wickedness. He said, how can I do this great wickedness? Read on.
And sin against the
Wait. Say that slow, please, Baba Shah.
And sin.
And sin. Because Jacob, you know what I'm saying? Because they had the law, statute, commandments back then. Back then. He knew it was a sin to sleep with another man's wife.
Right.
How can, you know what I'm saying? Read that. How can what?
How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the power?
Against the who?
The power.
How can he do this great wickedness and sin against the power? Hold that. Let me get Exodus chapter 20 verse 14. Yeah, you know.
Salakia, another thing you gotta understand is I found funny reading that. Like you said, the only thing that was held back was the wife.
That's it.
And the thing about it is, this guy didn't have a daughter.
Say it.
This guy didn't have a daughter.
I guess not.
No, well, it doesn't say because it doesn't, what's it called? So that means what? You could have took any of the daughters, but what's it called? The only thing I was held back in that relationship was you. I could have took any servant.
Mm-hmm.
I could have took anything out. It said the man wasn't even counting his money. Joseph counted the money. Here's your cut, boss.
That's it. Whatever.
Only thing, don't guess what? That's cool with me.
Yeah, I know. Whatever.
Like I get to pay myself out. I get to pay my boss out his money and say how much then I get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't have sex with my wife. No problem. That sounds beautiful to me.
It's like it's so, but yeah, if I may, remember Joseph in captivity. You know what I'm saying? This is the mistress of the house.
Right.
You know? So this is, you know, you could tell that this is not the first time that she did something like this. She's, you know what I'm saying? She's, yo, come, you know what I mean? I see you. She look, you know what I'm saying? She's looking at Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stop. She's looking at, you know what I mean? She's looking at him. He's looking righteous. He's looking good. New faces, screw faces. We all know that. And she came on to him.
Right.
Heavy.
Come.
But we're going to go in.
This is Exodus 20 and 14.
That's it.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt what?
Not commit adultery.
So Joseph, you know what I'm saying? This is Joseph not committing adultery. And what is adultery? A man sleeping with a woman who's married. That's adultery. A man who's sleeping with a woman that has a husband. That's adultery. Not a married man who sleeps with a single woman. That's not adultery. That's not adultery at all. Black suspended and they didn't. We need to learn this. We need to not commit adultery. You know what adultery is? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A woman who's coming on to a brother, and the brother know that she got a man, she got a husband. He tried to say, well, he's not doing it right. He's not hitting it right. That's our justification. That's our justification. He's not hitting it right. Where did we learn this from? We learned this from our oppressor. You can also go to, now you know what I'm saying? So it says in Exodus what?
20 and 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. We learn this from our oppressor because there's adultery going on rapid in this kingdom. You can sleep, you know what I mean? And nothing won't happen. You can sleep with, you know what I mean? You can sleep with another man's wife, it's okay. This kingdom condones it. Because they are unhappy. But you know, not when it comes to the Most High God, not when it's coming to these laws. And then Yahushua came on the scene and he done stepped it up. Not only you can't commit adultery, go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. Because Yahushua was showing you the spirit behind the law. The spirit, you know what I'm saying? But the spirit behind it. The chapter, you know what I'm saying? And chapter 5, verse 28. This is Yahushua right here speaking. So, you know what I'm saying? So Joseph knew he did not want to be a filthy, disgusting, nasty adulterer. Now, see, he didn't want to sin against the power. He did not want to sin against God. He didn't want to be a filthy sinner, a wicked sinner, and sin against the Most High God. Joseph didn't want to do that. In captivity. In captivity. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't weak to the flesh. He wasn't weak. Joseph was not weak. He could have said, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm in captivity, you know what I mean? And, you know, if she said, I'm going to do it. I don't got nothing else to live for. He could have just said that and be weak. But no, he wasn't. He wasn't weak. He wasn't perverted. Like, you know what I'm saying, the way this kingdom is. The way this, you know what I'm saying, this so-called Pride Month. I don't know what, pride for what? Pride that you got molested and you get counsel for it? That's what you're prideful? So now you're going to be prideful because now you're trying to make other, you know what I'm saying, make young kids your way to do the things that you're doing because you didn't get counsel, because you're a hurt person? That's what you're going to be proud about? Huh? Prideful and perverted. But Joseph was not perverted. In this community, you know, they praised that.
Right.
Adultery, being a pervert. They would, well, so what? That's their business. What? What? You know how many brothers, you know how many brothers got killed over things like that? I got a brother, you know what I'm saying? I got a brother in the world got killed over that. Huh? Then I wish I've stepped it up for the Israelites. Because we're not like these filthy heathens. We don't. Matthew chapter 5, verse 28.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to
So this is Yahushua talking. This is Jesus Christ. And he's saying, read that slow, Baba Shah, if you can.
28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Did what?
Committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So this is going along. He said, but I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust. There we go. That's that word right there. To lust. To only think about yourself. I don't care that, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if she's married. I don't care about none of that. She look good. You know what I mean? I bet she could throw it back. This is, you know what I mean? This is the perverted mind that, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor, this is how he thinks. And this is the traits that we, you know what I'm saying, that we adopted. You know what I mean? This is this lust. You know what I'm saying? You're only thinking about, oh, how I could orgasm. You know what I'm saying? And it says right there, but I said unto you, who? To Israel. Those are the only people he's talking to. He's not talking to everybody. He came from the nation of Israel. He's talking to his brothers and sisters. He said it to you, that whosoever, you know it's only Israel he's talking to, looketh on a woman to lust after her, have committed adultery with her already. Have committed adultery with her already. Instead of going to the sister, excuse me, sister, you know what I'm saying? Are you married? Are you involved with somebody else? Just going like that and being 100? No, we going to lust. Oh man, and not thinking about, she could be married. You know what? Let me turn my head. You know what I mean? Let me turn my head and not think about those stupid weak things. Because I'm being weak. I think the sister had
One time they was doing that.
Say again?
One time they was asking women, are you involved with somebody or something like that?
What I'm saying, the majority of the time, brothers does that. Brothers does, you know what I'm saying? I was the type of brother who would do that. You know what I'm saying? But brothers was doing that. Even in the world, brothers was doing that, you know? But majority of the time, you see on TV or whatever, it's pushed that don't do it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just not, you know, just have sex with another man's wife, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay because his arm ain't strong enough. So, you know what I'm saying? You're a real man. So you could take that woman away from that weak man. This is how, you know what I'm saying? This is the stuff that we learn from our oppressor. Yes, sir.
I was gonna say this is more so talking about empowered women, like man, because people forget that the word woman and wife are literally the same. So So what he's really saying is whoever looks on a wife to lust after her has committed. So it's more so talking about if she do got a man, meaning like if you see her, like you know this woman is a Kappa woman, and you just in your mind is like if she, basically it's for the cat who lies to himself. If she wasn't, regardless of her husband, if you're alone putting up her couch or fixing her plumbing, and she was butt naked, her husband would not matter. You're a sinner, you're an adulterer. The very thought of, if she wasn't married, yeah, that's a sin in and of itself.
And that goes back into, you know what I'm saying, Joseph's brother. That's going back into, they hated Joseph in their heart, in their mind. For some reason, we don't know. So they developed this thing in their head. You know, they've developed this world in their head that regardless of Joseph come to him and say, "Oh, excuse me," they hate him. Same thing with this. You know, same thing with this. With that you lusting at. You know what I'm saying? You lusting after a woman, and you don't, and you treating her like dirt. You know what I mean? You treating her like a piece of meat. You know, instead of you coming correct. You know what I'm saying? Come correct and try to dust off what the perverted. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor done to us. But you know what I'm saying? But done to us, and we're going to follow behind our oppressor. He's an adulterer. Let the other nations be a bunch of filthy and disgusting adulterers. You know what I'm saying? Let the other nation lust in their mind towards other man's wife. Let them do that. Why? Blacks, Hispanics, and Indians will be holy. You know what I'm saying? Will be holy people upon the Most High God. And we'll be reigning on, you know what I'm saying? And we follow the law, statute, commandment, and we'll be, and we'll be not a perverted people. You know what I'm saying? Not like our oppressor. And with that, I'm precinct officer Paratizar out of Yonkers, New York. You know what I'm saying? This is our Isupk. Started off from 1 West 125th Street under Commander General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be no filthy adulterers. You know what I'm saying? Not no lusting and being weak and being perverted, you know what I mean? And not showing brotherhood and sisterhood to one another. We don't get down like that. And the men in the Isupk been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They are the chosen people. We are the Israelites. We are the 12 tribes of Israel according to this Bible. Not everybody else. This Bible has only been given to the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We fit the curses. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to precinct officer Abaya.
No time, class. Okay, we're going to do one courtesy salute. Manavidual Imagine. Manavidual, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Manavidual Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahabashim Yasharakta. Yad Matad is hands down. Sorry, means time to sister. Sister, I imagine. Metavision, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sister. Metavision, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahab Shema Alata Bashim Yahshua. Yad Matad. No, Salaki. Yad Matad, hands down, dismiss. Okay.